All right, this week's tour of Geauga County is continuing, and this time we're going to head to Patterson Fruit Farm. That's where Nicole's joining us. She is live this morning out there in Chesterland, getting ready to maybe sip on some apple cider, I'm sure.
Oh, just you wait, Natalie. I will tell you, when you guys think of fall family fun, one of the places that is always at the top of everyone's minds, Patterson Fruit Farm here in Chesterland. And joining me this morning is Kristen Patterson. And Kristen, I am so excited to be out here. I think the last time I was out here was when I brought my kids out. But this is just one of those places everyone should add Patterson Fruit Farm to their bucket list.
We tend to agree. We love fall. It's our go time for our family. You know, we are open year round, but we love to welcome everyone here for all things fall.
Now, you talk about this being a wonderful experience for families and families of all ages. And one of the things that I think really makes the Patterson Fruit Farm stand out is this is a family-run business. And you have been doing this for how many generations?
This is a big year for our family. So this is Generation 7 of farming in Geauga County. So before the 1900s, and this year we're welcoming back our nephew, who is working full-time on the farm. So he is Generation 7 working on the farm with Generation 6. And of course, Generation 5 is still around. My in-laws are extremely happy to welcome this next generation.
I love that so much. There's so much activity outside. The kids are enjoying the swing set. People are buying kettle corn. But I want to take a step inside. Now, this is called the marketplace?
This is our farm market.
The farm market.
This is open year-round, every day of the week, and you can find all things local here, from our maple syrup to our apple cider, and of course, apples. We are first and foremost a fruit farm, and that would be led with the apples. So right now we have about 17 different varieties of apples pre-picked in the market, and then we're also picking apples over at our Mulberry Road farm.
And I do have to say, I never like to play favorites, but the apple cider that you make is the most delicious apple cider, especially when you warm it up.
Hot apple cider is great. We have the apple cider slushy, the caramel apple, a new addition this year. So we just love all things fall, from our apple fritters to our fresh baked donuts and pies every single day. It really is a place for families to make memories.
Now, I have to say, as we are getting closer to the bakery, I have been greeted by the most delicious aroma. So those are all the fritters and the pies that you make. And do you make them all in-house?
Yes, so you were smelling the apple fritters combined with the fry pies, the donuts. Our donuts, we really take a lot of pride that they are made fresh every single morning. So when you come here and it's a really busy day, you are going to get a warm donut sometimes because they're right off the donut machine.
Are these recipes that have been passed down from generation?
So they are. We have our apple fritter as a very special apple fritter to us. And when we started making donuts, it's trial and error. So we like to think that our donuts are a little special.
Your family has been in Geauga County for so many years. As the popularity of Patterson Fruit Farm has grown, have you found that there are certain things that you've had to kind of change along the way?
Certainly. I think we've had to diversify. We have a wedding venue and we make maple syrup. We have a wholesale cider operation. So as each generation has kind of come back, we've looked for different ways that we can make our farm sustain and bring that next generation back. And we just really feel that it's really important that our family works together, and this is our family business.
The other thing that I think feels really special when you come to Patterson Fruit Farm, it doesn't feel commercialized.
Good.
It feels like you are being welcomed into someone's home with open arms. It feels like you're welcoming everyone as a member of the family. Is that something that you guys kind of try to maintain for a reason?
That is a very high compliment, so thank you. We do. We go from about 8 employees in the wintertime to about 205 employees in the fall. And we say a lot of those are 14-year-olds because this is their first job. So we're training the future workforce. And we have a lot of moms, people who, want to work here during the day when their kids are at school. So we have a really family-friendly environment with our employees. But yes, we want this to be the place that you remembered when you were a little kid, and we want you to bring your kids back here someday too.
You are doing such a wonderful job, and that smell is taking me back to my childhood. We're here at Patterson Fruit Farm in Chesterland in Geauga County. Coming up in the next hour, when you think about fall, you think about apples, you think about pumpkins, and a whole lot more. So stick around because we're going to show you all of that coming up a little bit later.